Hey, what's up everyone? This is Jimmy, aka Savvy Crypto Investor. Glad to have you. Alright, I'm going to minimize this window here. I don't know what you see, but you probably see my window. There we go. This is a test, of course. I did this once earlier and I totally screwed it up. So let's see here. Let's do our transition. There we go. Now I can minimize this again. And you should be able to see my screen now. So I will wait. There we go. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and text here. Alright, so I will be doing live. I will be checking my live chat here every now and then and responding back to you. So let's go into BitSolid. Let's talk about BitSolid real quick. Let's log in here. And by the way, it's December 31st, 2017. A couple more hours here in California. Actually 6.5 more hours. And it will be officially 2018. So happy belated holidays and happy New Year. Early New Year, I guess I should say. So a lot of people were complaining about BitSolid. A lot of people were saying that BitSolid wasn't paying out. I certainly had an issue with BitSolid for a couple days where I initiated a withdrawal and I wasn't able to determine whether or not it had completed like BitSolid had said, or whether it was verified, because when I clicked on verify, it would go to the chain, the blockchain chain.so site right here, and it would not show me any confirmations. Now, what I learned later, so now it has 2,677 confirmations, but what I learned later was that there were so many blockchain transactions that were waiting, pending, that it delayed mine and many others up to 4 days. So after the third day, I was starting to get worried. I thought BitSolid's not paying out anymore, must have already exit scammed. But in truth, I logged in on the fifth day. The third day I started thinking that. The fourth day I logged in and I was disappointed because nothing had happened. So on the fifth day I was going to do another video for BitSolid, and that's when I realized that I wanted to check it one more time just to verify. And as soon as I clicked over, like 5 minutes before I clicked on the link, it had actually done my first confirmation. And I saw that and I was like, oh my gosh, I got one confirmation. I waited a couple minutes, I clicked back in, I had 2 or 3. I waited another 5 or 10 minutes and I clicked back over and I had 6 confirmations. So that's when I received my money. So I was very happy because it happened just like it said it did. So BitSolid's gotten a little bit more faith of my faith than what it had previously. So I don't have quite. Oh, I will tell you this about BitSolid before we go forward. Once you make your investment, whether it's $100 or $1,000, you're not gonna get exactly 3.8% every day. It's gonna be an average over the course of the 45-day period for which you're gonna earn money. I think I got 2.5%, not 3.8. So the claim is a little higher than what I saw, but I can confirm that I did invest $100. I got $100 and I think $21. I withdrew $127 so far. So what's interesting is that I didn't quite get my entire balance back yet, and you might end up with the same problem because I invested a total of 2 Bitcoin. I'm sorry, 0.02 Bitcoin. My initial investment was 0.0144, and you can see here I was able to withdraw so far 0.009. So I haven't got my money back entirely. I got the value back, but in cash, because Bitcoin has actually increased in value significantly, but I didn't get as much Bitcoin back. So if you look at this in comparison, I invested 0.0144. You can see it right here. This is my initial investment. And you can see right here, this is what I've been able to get back after 45 days. Now, I could have withdrawn $60 more, and I probably would have my total balance back at this point. Actually, I'd have a little bit more. I'd have 0.15 instead of 0.009. So I would have gotten my money back. But I chose to reinvest that money, and I'm hoping now that I'm able to do one more withdrawal. But what I can tell you is do not reinvest because I started with $100. I was able to withdraw 90 something dollars, a little over $90. So I got my money back. I got the cash value back, but I didn't get the same Bitcoin back. All right, so that's something you got to look out for. You also got to look out for this daily return. It's not always going to be 3.8, 3.3. My average, I think, over the 45 days was 2.2, and that's why I say I think I got 2.5% interest back. But because I reinvested twice, $60 twice, I feel like I'm getting short-ended because this percentage isn't very high. So I'm earning a smaller percentage on these smaller reinvestments, which is only $30 each, and they're both independent of each other. And that's pretty much it. So my advice for BitSolid, put $100 in there, withdraw each time you get a chance, and then I would avoid reinvesting because, as you can see, if I am able to withdraw one more time, I will have withdrawn 0.012 Bitcoin. So I invested 0.1044. I might get back 0.012. So the cash value is more than what I invested, though. I invested $100 worth of Bitcoin, but the problem is Bitcoin has increased in value so much that now I won't get that same value back. Okay? Anyways, moving on. So that was BitSolid. Let me go back to see if anybody has commented yet. No comments yet. Hey, go ahead and feel free to comment. I'd love to correspond with you, especially on live chat. This is my first, maybe second time doing this. The first time I didn't do so well. I ended up recording my face the whole time, and I didn't do a screen share. So I pretty much had to unlist that so no one could see that. Anyways, let's go forward. Let's talk about Genesis mining. So Genesis mining, I set that up incorrectly. When I first signed up, I didn't allocate the mining properly, and it says it's automatic, right? So yeah, so I bought Zcash, I bought Ethash and Monero, and of course, if you go to my orders here, you can see that I'm currently not holding any balances, right? No balances are being held. And you can see that I accumulated all this balance right here. Okay, now the problem is I didn't set up a wallet to transfer that money out, and I didn't get that money, and I didn't transfer it. So where did it go? So this is something I'm still working with Genesis Mining to resolve. But you need to know that if you're going to buy a contract and get this started, you need to have a Zcash, Ethereum, or even Monero wallet already set up so that you can input it. You go to my settings, my account, under settings, and then click on wallets. Okay, and see here, I didn't have Zcash set up in the beginning. I also did not have Monero set up in the beginning, and I did not have Ether set up in the beginning, and I don't know what happened with all of that balance, but I have not gotten it. The good news is, once I started to figure this out, I did set up a Litecoin wallet. Actually, I used my Exodus wallet for Litecoin once I figured out that I could do that, and I went ahead and input the wallet address there, and it started giving me Litecoin transactions as soon as I had the balance available. So that's the good news about Genesis Mining. They are paying out, but unfortunately, I think I spent $200, and I think I'm averaging about $2 every 4 days right now because I'm not seeing seeing anything accumulated so far from Ether or Monero. And that just could be because I haven't accumulated enough, because they did change the price, the transaction price for Bitcoin and Ethereum have gone up. So therefore, they're making us, or forcing us to have more higher balance before initiating a transfer. Okay, so that is Genesis mining. Now we're going to talk about BitConnect. So a lot of people were all hype over BitConnect. I have always had a problem with BitConnect. I invested, as you can see here, 0.0072 Bitcoin. I think that was around $50 when I first invested it. As you can see, this has been open. This window's been open for about 20 minutes, and it's still thinking. It's still trying to figure out what's going on. No matter what I do here, I can't make progress on my BitConnect. So the balance is just sitting there, which could be good, and it could also be bad if it sits too long. So that's that. Let's talk about BitConnect now. Now, BitConnect, I'm absolutely in love with BitConnect, and the reason why is because there's been so much FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, FUD, FUD, out on the internet. And you know, there's so many websites that come and go, and there's very few that have stood the test of time. And BitConnect is one of those that have stood the test of time. Bitcoin goes up, BitConnect coin goes up and down, just like Bitcoin goes up and down, but they continue to hold. You know, even though the value for BitConnect has gone up and down, I'm going to go over that in a second. I don't think I can do that through TradingView though, so I'm gonna have to do that a different time. But you know, I think when I look at BitConnect, I see a platform where you can trade. It's got an exchange, so you can trade Bitcoin for BitConnect, and you know, and this price fluctuates a lot. But the good news is, you know, there's constant demand, buy and sell demand. And you can see here's all the different transactions. There's at least 10 pages of both buying and selling orders. So this is actively traded. BitConnect coin is actively traded on a regular basis, you know. So, and you can see here that it's dropped down now to 398. It was at 450 earlier today, and it fluctuates. It's very volatile, just like Bitcoin is. So it's a great opportunity to make some money on these coins, because if you can start to understand the charts, and you can start, and I'll go over a chart real quick with you, but if you can start to understand the charts and what's going on in the charts, then there's a pretty good chance you can catch a swing up or down and either buy or sell depending on your needs. But the reason why I want to go through BitConnect real quick is because I just made, I lost count, but I think it's my 27th reinvestment. I might have to go. Let's go. We'll double check here. Okay. So here we go. Each one of these blue markers, this is my calculator. I wrote this myself. I saw a couple of calculators out on the internet. I wasn't going to pay for it because I'm really good with Excel. Although this is numbers for Mac, but I'm really good with Excel and spreadsheets and stuff. So I just made it myself. So each one of these blue blocks right here is a reinvestment. Every time my wallet accumulates to $10, I reinvest some money back in, and this calculates it. This is kind of like an automation type of calculator. I put in the daily interest rate, and it tells me when I should be able to start reinvesting my money, almost on a regular basis. Okay. Well, once we get down here, it's almost daily. Actually, my first daily was January 24th. Now it's going to be January 22nd. I gained 2 days, so I'm very excited about that. But let's go through this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to count my commission that I also got because a referral signed up. So what I say, 11? I got to start over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this, I'm counting this as a reinvestment because I could have taken the money out or I could have reinvested it. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That was up to day 50. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So I was close. So today is December 31st. It is my official day 66 of my investment, or my I guess my anniversary for investment into BitConnect. I was thinking about doing the 60-40 or the 60-60 rule, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to wait, because every day that you delay reinvesting money in daily, I did a comparison between $100 reinvestment as soon as possible versus a reinvestment at increments of $100. So when I did this reinvestment comparison, and I'll go through it real quick. If you look at this over the course of, if you just do 120 days, an initial $100 investment earns you $280 total. Gained active investment if you reinvest every time you get a $10 account wallet balance, with total earnings of $291.95. Okay, so you would have roughly $391, but you can't get that $100 back for 299 days. So let's do that. Let's go to 299 days. Okay, so after 299 days, if you reinvested every single day, as soon as you had $10 available with just a $100 investment, you would have $1,490 in active reinvestment capital, and you would have a total roughly of $1,513.29. Okay, now if you compare this to the 60-60 rule, actually it's actually not far off. Let's go 299 real quick. So you'd have $840. Actually, total balance, including any accumulated interest earned and your active investment, would be $848. So you can see this is how substantial of a difference that makes in just 299 days by getting your money back. Now the good news is you got your money back. So this is based on $100 though. So that $100 that you're removing costs you almost $700. Well, actually $600, because you minus your initial investment back. So for me, I'm not gonna pull my money out right quick. I'm gonna wait till I accumulate a lot more. Maybe once I get to $100 a day, I'll just pull it out for 4 days. I got my investment back. Boom, I'm good to go. But let's compare $100 investment with accumulating $10 as soon as possible. That's $14.90 with the total, including your accumulated interest earned, $15.13. And let's look at if you were to put $100 in and hold for a minimum reinvestment of $100. Okay, over 299 days, which is when you would get your initial capital released back to you, you would have $900 in active investments, which is a difference of about $500, and you would have $951 instead of $1531. So that's practically $600. So you can see the difference if you hold it and accumulate $100, or if you reinvest every day the $10 as fast as possible. You can see that it makes a substantial difference on the short term. You know it's going to make a bigger impact on the long term. Okay, so that being said, I just want to make sure you guys are aware it's my 66th day. I have $780 now. I initially started with $430, but because I'm investing as much as I can every day, every time I accumulate $10, I reinvest it. You can see here there was a couple days in a row where I was able to reinvest for a couple different days, and then it looks like I'll start that back up tomorrow, January 1st. What a great way to start the new year. I'll start doing 3 or 4 day increments, and then by January 22nd I will be investing $10 minimum per day until I'm able to start investing $20, reinvesting $20. Okay, so you can see that's the power of compounding. I want to make sure you guys are really clear. This is compounding. Each dollar that you put back in is going to earn a percentage every single day, and this is based off of 0.95% interest. If for some reason all of a sudden we start getting really awesome returns, Let's do 0.98%. Then all of a sudden, my January 22nd original daily $10 investment bumps all the way up to January 18th. So I gained 4 days. Okay, if that investment, if the 6-month average changes or increases just a little bit, just a couple percentage points, it's amazing. Not even a couple percentage points, a couple hundredths of a percentage point. Okay, so let's go back and look if there's any comments. Still no comments. That's okay. Looks like I got one person watching. Whoever you are, thank you very much. Don't forget to, I hope I'm not watching my own video. That would not be cool. Anyways, make a comment. If you're watching right now, I'd like to say hi. So go ahead and make a comment on the video, and then I can chat with you. Because I got live chat open, okay? Let's go over here. Let's go to Trading View. I know you guys are waiting for me to get to something interesting. Oh, by the way, let me explain this to you. So, so yes, I have a $780, and let's see if we got tomorrow's reinvestment amount already. It's going to be 1.27. Sweet. Love that. Anything over 1.0 is awesome, and I love it. I love it when it's 1.8 or 1.9. That's also amazing. Okay, so let's look at Bitcoin. Let's do some chart analysis. And look at this. So I kind of knew, I set this up before. I was kind of looking at some lower level lines, some support and some resistance lines. And this is on a 4-hour basis. It looks like it's starting to move up in an upward trend. Well, it did drop. So earlier in my other video that I did live, I actually predicted it was going to drop. It was going to continue to drop, specifically because of this. What was that? That was at 12 p.m. So yeah, specifically because of this candle, I assumed it was going to stay low or drop even further, and it did. But then now it looks like you got a reverse here, and it looks like it's coming up a little, but it doesn't look like it's going to stay there. And unfortunately, I can't do 8-hour increments, so we'll just do 1 day. So let's do a little chart analysis real quick. I'm not an expert. I'll just let you know right now, I'm not an expert. This is for your entertainment and for my entertainment. Hopefully, through my learning, you can learn and we can both help each other out. But let's check this out. It looks like we're starting to hit some resistance right here. And it looks like this might be our support level. And actually, if you go back here, that could be our support level, but it seems like it's about right here. Now, I'm going to zoom in here on this part. Now, we are in an this is a 1 day. We're in an oversold condition. And the blue line, if you see that blue line, it has crossed the red line, which means it's on its way back up. But the problem is it's not going, well, there we go, this is high. But look at that huge move. And this is back in November, so this is almost a month. Okay, so you can see a huge movement in a month, and you can see it's kind of coming back and correcting a little bit. Because of this candlestick right here, and especially because this tail's kind of long, it looks like this could continue to go down for a couple more days. And it looks like, well, I'm going to bump this up to here because I want to say that that's my resistance line. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, not my resistance, my support line. So it looks like that's our lower support, and right now it looks like this is dropped down, and now this is our, should be right about here, but I'm going to say it's right here because I think it's going to swing down and then it's going to come back up, and when it goes above this line, I think it's going to continue to come back up. But you know, I'm still learning, so be patient with me. Let's see what happens. You know, you guys are getting to watch this on video live, so if this works out, great. If it doesn't, don't hate me, but I'm still learning. So let's go to the Litecoin real quick. let's look at Litecoin. So this one on a day is also on a downward trend. And look at this. You got this opened and it closed lower, and then you got this huge tail. So a whole lot of volume selling off, really pushing the value down. So that's what I think is going on with that. I think, you know what, I'm going to put this as the lower support line, and I'm going to put a higher, wow, I don't even know where to go with this right now. On a short term, I'm going to go right there. Oops, trend, no, not trend line. I want horizontal line. Right here. So I see this as still moving down, probably below. I'm thinking it's going to go below 200 for sure. Because look, you got this huge candlestick with a huge tail right here. So this is going to push this value down a lot. And then you got all the way down here, you got another one. And then you got another one here, although it's not quite as significant as this one, I don't think. But a lot of pressure to push this down, and not very much resistance. So what do I think is happening here? You know what? I'm going to add another line. Put one right here. This is our support line. I think worst case scenario, this Litecoin is going to drop down to 142 or so before it really starts to take back off and come back up. However, here's what's interesting. Over here you have oversold condition when it's really high. I'm sorry, overbought really high, and then it starts to drop and it raises up a little bit and then it drops big time right here. Over here we have oversold condition. Usually when the blue line crosses the red line in the oversold condition, it comes back up. But this candlestick right here is convincing me that it's either going to start moving sideways and it's going to hold, which could create a brand new support line. And if it does, the support line will probably move to this right here somewhere in this little area. And then we have to think about where's our next resistance. Maybe our next resistance is somewhere right around here. So that's a possibility. That could certainly happen if it starts to move sideways over the next couple days. But let's look at 4-hour increments and see if I can change my analysis any. Okay, so candlestick here, candlestick here. Now what's interesting is that this one did a reverse. So you would think that this would continue to drop, which it did, but it came up a little bit first. I don't know if that's a sign of manipulation or not, but constant, consistent downtrend, and we got another downtrend already starting, so it looks like my initial analysis might have been correct. I think it's going to drop below this line, if anything. I think we got this lower resistance, we got this, let's go right here. This resistance line, I'm sorry, this support line, if we drop below the support line, then I'm saying we're probably going to, a very good chance we'll drop all the way back down here to 142. If we don't, if we bounce off of this, then it's a pretty good chance at least we can go up to 255. That seems like that is the previous support level. I'm sorry, resistance level. I gotta start memorizing all these terms so I get them right. All right, let's look at Ethereum. This one is in pure sideways action right now. This looks like it's our support level. Looks like our resistance level has tightened up a little bit. So it looks like we're playing it between 706 and 750. That has a good chance to make some good money on that. If you are waiting, it looks like it's hitting a overbought condition. So it looks like it's about to start dropping for the next couple hours. Let's look at 2-hour increments. Oh yeah, look at that. It's dropping. And actually, I'm going to revise this. This is my new support level. And this is my new resistance level. Yep, that's about right. So it's going to continue to drop. I'm guessing it's going to come back down here close to 700, and then it's going to reverse and come right back up, and it's going to stay in between these two lines for a little bit. Let's look at the day again. Oh yeah, that could go on for a couple days until something in the market changes that. So that's it. That's my analysis so far for those stocks. Not stocks. Goodness sakes, cryptocurrencies. I'm going to close everything out, and I think I'm done. Hi, great video. Play. What's up, Play? Thanks for commenting. I'm glad you're watching. This is my first of many videos to come. I just wanted to do a quick one just to kind of get out there and get busy and show that I'm active and I want to participate. So I appreciate you commenting. Thank you so much. And look forward to doing this again. Next time I'll make sure I schedule this so everyone has advance notice, and then we can do some analysis and I can answer some questions and start making some progress with these videos. Alright, well, thank you so much, Play. Have a great one. Happy New Year, everyone, and we'll talk to you next year.